Yeah. Let's see which one I'm gonna pick. So, I've already got done Corey, as you know. 17 VODs of it. Jesus Christ. So, Meru or Chocolat. And I think, you know, they, you know, maybe you never know. But since Meru and Chocolat are so close together, the Chocolat is edging, is slightly edging, over Meru. I'm gonna go with Meru. For many, the strawberry is considered an essential ingredient in a shortcake. But why is that? In my opinion, it's because strawberries bring much needed elements of surprise. Surrounded by a sea of white icing, they deliver an exciting splash of color. And sitting atop a massive sweetness, they're a bastion of refreshing tartness. Though perhaps more importantly, they're the only ingredient in the recipe that hasn't been altered in some way. They're sour, uniform, and pure, just as nature intended them to be. Although, they're the only source of nonconformity in in an otherwise homogeneous concept. They shouldn't fit as yet, and yet they do. In fact, strangely enough, they seem to truly belong together. Also, hang on a minute. Where is it? Sugar Sweet Temptation. Okay. I made sure to disable the cursor. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thanks, Meru. After finishing up a brief lecture on strawberries, Meru proceeds to happily chomp down on the slice of shortcake I placed in front of her. It's Saturday, so Folkroll is closed for the day. As such, we've been spending the afternoon relaxing. As for why Meru was talking about strawberries just now, that's because I was asking her why we order multiple kinds, and why each of our recipes uses them differently. You know what I will say about this game? The downside to playing it is that it makes me hungry. Like, every time. And, I mean, if you go back to the... if you go back through the VODs, there have been multiple instances where I've ordered food, like, near the end of the stream, and there was one instance where it arrived before I could end. But yeah, I'm stronger now. I can get through the game without wanting to eat food, right? Corey remarks casually while snacking on some fresh strawberries. Although strawberries do contain sugar, it's apparently not enough to cause a problem for her. That makes sense to me. The shortcake is already quite sweet, so using tangier strawberries helps counteract that. Yes. It's the same with strawberry and balsamic vinegar. As weird as it sounds, they go pretty well together. Nope. You're cut off for the day. You'll be too full for dinner.
もう、もっと食べたい食べたい食べたい食べたい。ねえクロくん、ダメ？
Don't look at me like that, Meru. Not good. She's going to break out the puppy dog eyes soon. This version of Meru right here, she's my kryptonite. When she gets like this, I can't help but want to spoil her.
ねえねえクロくん。
But dinner's in a few hours. You'll be too full to...
食べるよ。お夕飯もちゃんと食べる。でも今はケーキ。ねえ、いいでしょ？
You really shouldn't.
ねえってば、ねえってば、ねえ、クロくん。
She sidles up to me and starts nuzzling her head against my arm. Darn it. I knew this was coming. She's like a lost puppy. I really can't say no to her.
ダメです。
Thank you, Corey.
あ
Phew. Corey to the rescue.
これ以上食べると夕飯が食べられなくなって食べる量を減らして寝る前くらいにお腹が空いての負のスパイラルです。なのでここでストップ。これは決定事項です。うぐ
Corey coolly shuts Mary down.
ち厳しいにゃ。
But thanks to her, Mary finally backs down.
クロウくんならおせおせでお願い聞いてくれるけどオリちゃんは難しいからね。ネルさんの甘えん坊攻撃にももう慣れました。クロウさんもダメな時はちゃんとダメと言いましょう。
It's kind of hard to do that, especially since I'm on her route right now. So, like, you can't really do that. I know. Sorry. Corey smiles, plopping another strawberry into her mouth. She may be the smallest here, but she's got the biggest backbone out of all of us. When compared to Maru's sugary sweet personality, Corey's definitely Corey's definitely lands on the sour end of the spectrum. Corey definitely Corey, no apostrophe S.
はあ。じゃあいちごだけでいいや。アリちゃんアリちゃん。仕方ないですね。こっちもあんまりたくさんはダメですよ。
Are essentially polar opposites, so it's a miracle they get along so well. But well, opposites do attract, I suppose. Also, if it's gonna be like this the whole time, I'll be very surprised, because the when you, after choosing it like a girl, the amount of time between the choice and the end of the game is not a short amount of time, as you could tell, as you know from the VODs. If you look at the VODs, you can see where I made my choice, the 7th VOD, and where it ended, the 17th VOD. And like, I mean, there are shorter VODs in between. Like, there's a 50-minute one, a 57-minute one, hour 19, no, I try to go for 2 hours, you know. Doesn't really work out a lot. It didn't really work out for a few of them. But that being said, like, there's still a fair bit of content. And like, if it's all unique, like, holy. But, you know, I guess you can get away with it if it's only 3 girls. I am comparing it to My Clutzy Cupid, which also doesn't have short routes. You know, after you've made your choice. But because it has 6 girls, they are significantly shorter. Like, for example, when I did Love Me Ales route, there's only 3 VODs of it. And I mean, I guess you can count the end of Uta's route as one as well. Oh well, the 6th VOD is one as well. But yeah, with My Clutzy Cupid, I get the feeling that well, it doesn't take half the time. You know, even though there's double the girls, you would think it'd be half the time of Sugar Sweet Temptation. But it's not like that. But, you know, they are different games. And there are different teams behind them. Indeed. Maybe that's why it's so busy today.
Yahoo!
After a relaxing morning, Mero and I decided to go out shopping together. I could see that. Thank you for pointing that out, Mero. For some reason, Mero seems especially fired up today. God damn it. Fried up. Normally, I wouldn't have a problem with that, but... Wait, what? Okay, but can't you stop running first? You're going to bump into someone at this rate. Well, let's just say she's a little out of control right now. Is it just me, or are you even more hyper than usual today? What did you eat this morning? Oh, maybe it is. Maybe it is. Now that you mention it. Aside from those first few days before we opened, I've been too swamped to get myself a real day off. We've still been closed on Saturdays, of course, but I've been using those days on to work on new recipes or to catch up on advanced orders. Fortunately, I've established a pretty good workflow over these past few weeks, which is why I'm finally able to take today off. What's so funny? Mero giggles Meru giggles, a massive grin on her face.
今日はね、クロウ君への感謝も込めて何としても連れ出そうって思ってたんだ。
You wanted to thank me? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
そんなわけないよ。うちのお店、クロウ君がいなきゃ今頃なくなってたかもなんだから。
Come now, you're exaggerating. Even if Rafik Noon's takeover bid went through, it was never intended to uproot what was already there.
そうなの？でも買収されたらなくなっちゃうんじゃない？
Well, not exactly. Taking their business model into account, they would have prioritized maintaining existing structures, so I cut myself off, seeing the confusion on her face.
いいの。とにかく僕は感謝してるの。
Look, all I'm saying is that Rafik Noon would have treated Folklore well, even without us. It would have been able to thrive with Rafik Noon. I see. At the end of the day, her presence has helped Folklore, as Mary's grandfather envisioned it, to keep its doors open. I still think she's overblowing my contributions quite a bit. But if she feels differently, then who am I to say otherwise?
でね、今日は感謝の意味も込めて、クロウ君を僕のスペシャルスイーツデーにご招待しちゃうの。
Your super special what now?
オリちゃんが来ないのは残念だけど、オリちゃんは来ても甘いものに興味ないからね。
Right. Speaking of Corey, she had other plans today.
今日は一日勉強です。
So what if she said when I asked her if she is what she said when I asked her to if she'd be joining us?
妊娠9ヶ月頃は足腰への負担が最もかかる時期になり、痛みを感じる人も多いので。
That seems like a strange topic for her to be studying, but to each their own, I suppose. I know why she's studying it.
というわけで、この町唯一の洋菓子店フォロクロールの店長代理にして、この町のスイーツは全て食べ尽くしたと言っても過言ではないこの僕、古倉メルがお送りするスペシャルスイーツデー開幕しまーす。
Wow, what a performance. I was just a little confused, but I decided to go along with her antics for now and give her a short round of applause. There were a lot of applause, so...
まずはこっちこっち。そこのパン屋さんのメロンパンがすごくてね。
She takes my hand and starts pulling me along. Well, maybe... may as well go with the flow then. At the very least, my first day off is shaping up to be a pretty nice one.
食べた食べた。
We ended up eating quite a bit, didn't we? Is your stomach okay?
大丈夫だよ、あれくらい。
She definitely ate too much.
美味しかったでしょ、鹿屋さんちの駄菓子クレープ。
Yeah, it was a lot more lavish than I was expecting.
ソフトクリームとかジャムとか、うちでは微妙に用意しにくいものをガンガン使ってくるからね。意外なライバルなんだよ。その分安くて美味しい。お客としては大好きです。
Same here. Shikia, the owner of the crepe shop, is a regular of ours. from a business to business standpoint, I'd say we have a very amicable relationship. The thing, I have a few questions about that. So they've got a crepe store. Was this? I forgot when Crow made the Melee Crepe. Was it before the choices or after? Because if it was after, that means there is no Melee Crepe. I guess we'll find out.
他にも驚いた？この町でアイスクリーム屋さんが普通に営業してて。
Ice cream cake. I've been meaning to ask you about that, actually. How do they turn a profit when it's this cold all the time?
夏は結構暑くなるからありなんだよ。
Yes, Japan. I'm not surprised by it.
冬に食べるアイスも美味しいしね。
True. I'd eat an ice cream in winter. See? That's true.
あとチョコレート専門店とかジュエリーショップの一部で可愛いお菓子が売ってたり、あとはばあちゃんに見つかった時は心臓が止まるかと思った。
Uh-oh. She really didn't hold back on the produce today, huh? Earlier this afternoon, Mary had the misfortune of running into her greatest enemy. The interaction when something like this. When something like this.
フルーツも食べたいね。果物、さっぱりとグレープフルーツとか。
The conversation went something like this. Meanwhile, it's just a flashback of what actually happened. This is just what happened. It isn't a like. It's just what it is. Oh.
この時期のグレープフルーツは酸味が強いし実が小さいしで食えたもんじゃないわい。ほれ、わしの作ったオレンジを持っていきんさい。雑に切ってヨーグルトなんかに混ぜると栄養も抜群じゃぞ。
Oh, hell yeah, I love oranges.
ありがとう、おばあちゃん。
あとはいつも通り大根、小松菜、チンゲン菜。ああ、忘れるとこじゃったわ。オクラ1ヶ月分。
お。
全部食べるんじゃぞ。
おばあちゃん、僕のこと嫌いなのかな？
Not at all. If anything, I'd say she loves you too much.
まあ、一緒にもらったイチゴは美味しかったよね。
Indeed. On top of everything else she sent us home with, she also gave us a fresh carton of strawberries. Unlike the ones we were eating earlier, which were the ones we used for baking, these ones both tasted and smelled far sweeter.
不思議だよね。同じイチゴなのに、あんなに甘いのと酸っぱいので違うなんて。
It really is.
種類が違うのかな？
No, I'm pretty sure they were the same as the ones we use at home.
そうなの？
I don't know what they're called, but they looked similar at least. I think they were just picked at different times, at a different time of year. That's all. The ones we buy in bulk tend to be smaller, probably to extend their shelf life, since it would take longer for them to ripen.
じゃあ、全く同じイチゴなんだ。もっと不思議。
I suppose so. If they were both in a different variety, it would certainly be easier to wrap our heads around it. heads around that difference in flavor.
いちごって面白いよね。時間が経つと味がどんどん変わるって。
Can you say that about any fruit though?
あ、そっか。
She lets out a bashful giggle. That doesn't just apply to fruit though. The same could be said about any all living things, people included. In fact, I can't think of any things that don't change with time.
だよね。
After spending the rest of the afternoon wandering around town with Meru, the sun's finally starting to set. Temperature's starting to drop too, so I think it's about time we head home.
はあ、まだ帰りたくないな。
Sorry, my hands are tired. My hands are tired here. It's getting too cold to stay out.
そうだけど。あ、ねえねえ、明日も遊ぶ日にしよっか。日曜日なんだし。
We're open on Sundays though. Talker only closes for one day a week, and that's Saturday. Sundays are actually the busiest, and thus the most profitable day of the week for us. Profitable day of the week for us, since most people have it off, and holidays are when people are most likely to give into their cravings.
ああ、せっかくの日曜なのにな。
With all that said, I know she's technically Folklor's acting manager, but she's also still a student. Rather than force her to work when she clearly doesn't want to, shouldn't I be encouraging her to enjoy her youth? I don't mind tending the store myself tomorrow, so why don't you take the day off tomorrow? I don't know why I had to say tomorrow twice. Between going to classes during the week, studying and helping manage the store, she balances a lot right now. I think she deserves at least one day off. I know Meru will take any opportunity to go play outside, so I'm sure she'll take me up on my offer.
クロウ君が来てくれなきゃ意味がないよ。
Oh, is that so? But surprisingly, she turns me down, and I'll admit her reason for doing so makes me kinda happy.
と言ってオリちゃんに任せるってのも嫌だし。はあ、明日は頑張るっきゃないか。
She heaves a deep sigh. Darn it. She seems really down. Is there anything I can say to cheer her up?
だからね。
Mm-hmm. But what? She walks right up to me, stopping just inches from my face.
明日の明日でお仕事しなきゃ仕方ない。フォルクロールは大切だもんね。お店のこともしっかりしないと。けどまだまだ遊び足りない。そこで提案。今日はもうちょっと遊ぶというのはどうでしょうか。
We've been over that. We've been over that. It's getting late.
今日はあんまり寒くないよ。
That's true, but it's dangerous for you to be out at night.
クロウ君がいれば大丈夫でしょ。
I suppose so. Koya strikes me as a fairly safe town, so it shouldn't need so I shouldn't need to worry about her getting caught up with any unsavory folks, especially with me there with her.
いいでしょクロウくん。夜遊びだよ夜遊び。なんかすっごく楽しくなりそう。
At this point, she seems more enamored with the idea of it than anything else.
オリちゃんも夜は用事ないだろうし、ほらせっかくの休日なら3人で過ごしたくない？
It's really hard to say no when she puts it like that.
いいでしょ。ねクロウくん。
I don't know. We really shouldn't.
クロウくん。
I really can't say no to her when she does this.
よし決まり。
Hey, I never.
じゃあオリちゃん呼びに行こっかね。
Well, it looks like she's getting her way again today. I've been living at Folkroll for over a month now, but even after all this time, I've yet to get a full read on Mary's personality. She definitely had a childish side. Anyone could tell you that. She's also strong-willed and can be really stubborn when she sets her mind to something. It might sound like I'm saying she's selfish, but I don't think that's quite right. Take our current situation, for example. Mary's accepted that she can't take tomorrow off because she recognizes the impact that would have on Folkroll and on the people around her. In other words, she's very much aware of her position in our household and how her actions might cause problems for us. However, as soon as she determines that it won't inconvenience us in some way, it's like a switch goes off in her head. That's when she starts acting spoiled. So in a way, I'd say she has both a childish and a mature side to her.
今日は本当楽しいねクロウくん。
It sure is.
わはーい。
Actually, maybe she's just a puppy. There's one thing I know for sure about her, though. For some reason, I can't seem to resist her charming, innocent smile. Oh.
夜遊び？
Go to that.
ダメに決まってるじゃないですか。
Oh, she does not like.
ぐーん。
Fortunately, Corey's able to resist it just fine.
でもまだ遊び足りない。我慢してください。久しぶりのお休みなんだよ。1週間後にまたありますよ。夜は昼とはまた違うんだよ。夜は遊ぶ時間ではないですからね。遊びたい。ダメです。
Mary may show flashes of maturity here and there, but relatively speaking, she's got nothing in Corey. She's got nothing on Corey.
ねえねえ、オリちゃん。何ですか？オリ りちゃん、オリちゃん。オリちゃんですか。オリちゃん、オリちゃん、オリちゃん、オリちゃん。オリちゃん。ダメです。
It doesn't work. It doesn't work on Corey.
おねだり攻撃が効かない。
Apparently, Corey's not nearly as susceptible to Mary's tactic as I am.
どうしてもダメ？逆にどうして夜に遊びたいんですか？それで風邪でもひいたら誰が看病するんですか？明日寝坊したら？そもそも遊ぶと言ってもどこへです？この町は夜7時にはほとんどのお店が閉まりますけど、公園で雪合戦でもするんですか？うわー、クロウくん、オリちゃんがいじめる。
There, Maru. Trying to comfort the crying Maru after she suddenly throws herself into my arms. Unfortunately, I don't really know what to say to her. The fact is, everything Corey's been saying is 100% correct.
まったくもう、何かのお祝いというならともかく、ただのお休みなのにメルさんはエネルギーを使いすぎです。ただのお休みじゃないよ。クロウくんが来て初めてのお休み記念日だよ。お休みは何度かありましたよ。あったけど、クロウくんはケーキ作ってたし、だから初めてのケーキ作りなしにしてのんびり休めました記念日。それはただのお休みです。じゃあ1ヶ月記念日、クロウくんが来て1ヶ月記念。
The first time since this conversation began, Mary's words finally got Corey actually give Corey pause. After a moment's thought, she glances over at me.
お祝いします？
Hang on,
お祝い
yeah. Not particularly.
だそうです。
No! Crow ruined it for Maru. That's also the day I fell off the roof and gave myself amnesia. It's not exactly a day I want to celebrate. Then why don't you celebrate your 1 month anniversary for how long you've been working there, which would be in a few days off of when you fell off the roof.
大事だよ、記念日は。1ヶ月記念、2ヶ月記念。そうだ、1週間記念日やってないね。今からやろうか。多すぎます。まあやったとして1ヶ月か。せめて1年ですよ。年に12回も同じ理由でお祝いは普通ないです。
I celebrate my my Twitch subs every 12 times a year, you know.
か、誕生日もそうだもんね。ああ。
Mary lets out a sudden gasp. Uh-oh. What's she gotten in that head of hers now?
1年記念日。そうだ、1年記念日。はい。オリちゃんがうちに来てもうじき1年だよ。
Oh, the plans aren't ruined. Wait, what?
まだ10ヶ月も経ってないです。 あれ？
あ、
そっか、まだ1月だもんね。初めて会ったのって3月の終わりくらいだっけ？
never mind, it's ruined. Plan's ruined.
はい、もうじき10ヶ月記念日ですね。はあ、まだまだ遠いな。
Could I ask you girls something? I raised my hand to interject. Something about that conversation catching my attention.
何？クロくん。
Corey, you've only been here for 10 months. And Mary, you're saying that's when you two first met? So wait, you're telling me you two have only known each other for...
10ヶ月ですね。正確には9ヶ月と少し。オリちゃんがうちの学校に入ってたもんね。
Oh, right. She's in her first year at the academy, and I already knew that she came to live here to make the commute easier. So I could have just calculated it that way. There's one part that still surprises me though. Wow, I can't believe you two have only known each other for 9 months.
そうですね。
Cora giggles, wearing a knowing smile.
何か変？
Mara, meanwhile, looks totally lost. Perhaps my feelings on this are influenced by the fact that I was late to the party, so to speak, but look, Crow, you can't say anything since it takes like 2 months for you to start dating one of them. So like, I don't know what you're so hung up on this 10 months thing. It took you 2. If that. It was 1 and a bit. For as long as I've known these two, which hasn't been long, I've always felt like they had a complete relationship. Or like they were like they were a pair of sisters. Honestly, it feels like they've known each other their whole lives. And because of how close they seem, I've always just assumed they were childhood friends or something.
アリちゃん、あの頃とはだいぶ変わったよね。話しやすくなったし。ツッコミも厳しくなったよね。今9ヶ月前にタイムスリップできるなら、ネルさんにはもっとガンガン言うべきだと自分に教えます。
This right here, this is an example of what I'm talking about. It's the sort of banter that makes me surprised to hear these two have only known each other for 9 months.
でもそんなに変かな。
Mara tilts her head in confusion. And like Corey, who seemed to grasp the source of my surprise right away, Mary's been a little slower on the uptake. I'm sure that in her eyes, becoming this close with someone in just 9 months, where she could even be confused as their sibling, is perfectly normal, and gives her personality. And given her personality, I'm not surprised she feels this way. Now that I think about it, she's been treating me like family this entire time too. And I've only been here for a month now. Looking back on it now, the fact that Meru was the only person to find me after I lost my memories, was an incredible stroke of good luck on my part.
まあいいや。とにかくオリちゃんのうちに来て1周年記念は
Wow. Could you please stop doing that? My poor heart. Yo, she's cute when she does it.
今度は何です？あのね、うちに来て1年の前にオリちゃんにはもっと素敵なおっと言えない言っちゃダメなやつだよ。
Huh? What are you going to say?
なんでもないよ、なんでもない。そうですか。じゃあ聞きません。とにかく今日の夜遊びは諦めてくれたんですね。そうだね。なんかお腹空いてきた。おこたでのんびりお夕飯の気分だよ。
Of course.
何よりです。あ、クロウさん、この後ちょっといいですか？
Sure.
僕、お夕飯の準備するね。今日は特製のポトフだよ。
Meru skips off toward the kitchen. What do you need, Corey? I ask, referring to her earlier comment.
さっきメルさんが言いかけた。私にとって来て1周年より前に来るもっと素敵な記念日って何だと思います？
Let me think. The question gives me pause at first. But after thinking about it for a moment, the answer comes to me straight away. It means there aren't any that there aren't that many anniversaries that can be tied to a specific person. Is it your birthday?
ご明察です。
Hehe.
私、来月の14日が誕生日なんです。
Oh well, happy early birthday.
ありがとうございます。で、見ての通り、メルさんがウキウキしてまして、何を企んでるかわかりますよね。
Given how she was acting just now, you think she's planning a surprise party for you.
多分そうだと思います。メルさんの誕生日、去年なんですけど、その日は私と小町さんがサプライズを仕掛けたんですよ。
Oh, really?
したらメルさん、腰が抜けちゃうくらい驚いて、それから数ヶ月絶対リベンジすると息巻いてます。
I see. So she put up with all that fuss for now because she's hoping to surprise you back?
結果、対象である私にバレバレになったけど、そういう素直さってメルさんの美徳だと思います。
Wait, hang on. Put up with all that fuss just now because she was hoping to surprise you back. Agreed.
でですね、メルさん多分サプライズにはクロウさんのことも味方に引き込もうとすると思うんです。協力してあげてくださいますか？さすがに私へのサプライズパーティーの準備を私が手伝うわけにはいかないので。
True. That would be pointless. Of course I'd be happy to help.
すいません、仕掛けがいのないサプライズをお願いするなんて。私演技力はないけど、でもいっぱい驚きますから。
Mary's not the only straightforward one here. It's a virtue of Corey. It's a virtue of Corey's as well. Don't worry, I understand completely. I'll give Mary whatever help she needs.
はい。
I still can't believe these two have only known each other for 9 months. If there's one thing I got right about their relationship, is that these girls really do seem like a pair of siblings. Sisters. As for which of them is the older one? As for which of them is the older one and which is the younger, well, that's beside the point. After that, I decided to go help Mary make dinner.
実はね、来月モリちゃんにとってスペシャルな記念日があるんだよ。
Well, that didn't take long. Mary then proceeds to explain her plan, which incidentally is exactly what Corey was expecting. I see. Well, you can count on me. Let's throw her a party she'll never forget, okay? Of course. I'm not going to say that her and Corey can, wait. Of course, I'm not going to tell her that Corey's already onto us. If I were to put these girls' relationship on a healthiness spectrum, I'd say they're closest to as perfect as you can get. Knowing that you can bet, knowing that you can bet I'll do whatever it takes to not get in the way of that.
へへへ、楽しみだな、誕生日。
I'm looking forward to it.
ご飯は僕が担当するから、ケーキはクロウくんね。あ、それとも逆にする？僕だってショートケーキくらいは作れるから。
That sounds like a good idea to me. Let's plan for that. By the way, what is that I've been smelling for the past while? Is something burning?
Eh?
Man. God damn it. Now we're gonna have burnt potofu. Our future doesn't look exactly our future doesn't look exactly bright at this moment, but oh well. Morning, Komachi.
おはようございます。
It's not the it's now the following day. A Sunday to be exact. AKA our busiest day of the week. I've wondered for a while now why Folkroll closes on Saturdays. But if I had to guess, it's probably because of that extra rest. It's because of that extra rest helps us make it through Sunday. Wait, what? It's probably because that extra rest helps us make it through Sunday. Okay, there we go.
今日はなんだかとても甘いものの気分なんです。
Uh-oh.
お休みの日ってどうも毎回これで困っちゃいますね。
I do remember you saying the exact thing on Friday. The exact same thing on Friday. I don't think you're alone though. At least I don't think you're alone though, at least. We've got twice the number of customers on Sunday for a reason. Naturally, that influx of customers makes things much harder on us. Getting twice as many customers means we need to bake twice as many cakes. The problem is, our manpower, equipment, and time to prepare all remains constant.
おはよう。
Good morning, Meru.
お手伝い何ができる？クリーム作ろっか。
If you wouldn't mind.
No practice。店長代理に任せなさい。
Wait. Hang on. No problemo. You mean no problemo? Oh, yeah. I think you mean no problemo. Anyway, thanks.
よーし、まずはメレンゲ作り。くるくるくる。
Mary stirs the mixture in the bowl with brisk yet smooth technique. Even though she's moving her hands fairly quickly, she keeps the stirring motion relaxed. Her stirring motion relatively light. Hey, you're pretty good at that.
この10年間、誰がおじいちゃんの補佐してると思ってるの？一つの欠点を除いて、僕にできないお手伝いはないよ。
Your own weakness? What's that?
なんでもない。今日はやらかさないから大丈夫。ほら、美味しそうにできてきた。
True to her word, the meringue has taken on a glossy luster, as well as a deliciously thick and deliciously thick, creamy texture. Wow, she really did a great job. Making icing, especially at the quantities we need to serve here, isn't an easy task. But she did it effortlessly. She really is experienced at this. Some of the more challenging and delicate tasks, like decorating, may still be beyond her. But when it comes to the more assistant level work, she's pretty handy to come around, to have around.
すごいでしょ。本当美味しそう。
Yes, you are very amazing, Meru.
美味しそう。美味しそう。
Uh-oh. This is one of her weaknesses. Meru?
ちょっと味見しないとね。ほら、本番どこ行ってるかは見ただけじゃわからないし。
No, you don't need to do that. Thwop. She plops about half of the contents of the bowl onto a nearby plate. Holy shit, she went fucking feral.
美味しい。
Great, now we're gonna have to make another batch.
残った分もちゃんとできてるか見ないと。
Great. Guess we'll have to make another batch. But then all of it will be gone.
だってちゃんと全部見ないと全部できてるかわからないよ。
Right, yeah. That's a good point, actually. If we wish to ensure true consistency in our products, perhaps any and everything we bake is necessary to achieve that. A worthy philosophical quandary indeed.
というわけで味見いただきまーす。ほら。ああ。
Corey snatches the plate out from underneath her.
全部食べたら何のための味見ですか？クロウさんもぼーっと見てないで止めてください。ツッコミ役の放棄はメルさんと関わる上で仕事の放棄と同義です。
Look, Corey, I'm just weak to cute girls, okay? Don't blame me. Don't hate the game. You're right, I'm sorry.
美味しそうなクリームを見てたらなんかもうよくわからなくなって。
Well, at least now I know what your weakness is. The only problem is we needed that meringue. He just polished off. I'll have to remake it now.
私が手伝った方が早いでしょうか？
No, actually. You'll probably blow up the kitchen if you tried to help.
それはないよ。オリちゃんがやるとところどころ甘くなくなったりベターって変な感じになるよ。反論できないのが悔しいところです。
Between Meru's weakness and Corey's clumsiness, neither of these two particularly suited to work in a kitchen. I think I can finally see why these two couldn't keep Folkroll open on their own. Yeah. Because Meru would eat all of the cakes and Corey would blow up the rest of them. I think that's everything, right?
今日の分できた。10時45分。お見事です。
15 minutes before Folkroll is set to open its doors, we finally finish our prep work. With Meru and I, while Meru and I were in the kitchen, Corey spent the morning cleaning every inch of the dining room. There isn't a speck of dust in sight. Everything's in order. We're ready to face the public.
そしてここからが本番だね。はい。
Indeed. We're about to head into our busiest day of the week. This is just the calm before the storm. The girls retie the ribbons on their waists when they, which they'd keep loose while while reworking. Hang on, what? The girls retie the ribbon at their waists, okay, which they'd keep loose while reworking. Okay, yep. While reworking? While... Can't think of anything. Other than Oh, is reworking this an actual word? With that, Fockerol's 2 secret weapons, our adorable waitresses, are ready to go. Perhaps I'm a little too biased, but as far as restaurants go, Fockerol's a pretty great place, isn't it? The clock strikes 11. It's 11:44.
こんにちは。
Chocolate.
いらっしゃいませ。
And so Fockerol's doors open again, once again open, with one of Meru's dazzling smiles. Ah, shit. I was hoping for a different CG, but
先週より気温が落ちた感がありますね。特に足がもう。スカートはこの時期辛いですよね。この靴とスカートの間はもう裸に近いもんね。まあそれを言い出したら顔も裸みたいなものですが。そういえば足はこんなに寒いのになんで顔はそんなに寒くないんだろう。体温や皮脂の関係でしょうけど。ああ、ネルさんは髪が綿毛なので人一倍保温効果があるのかもしれません。なるほど。こんなに寒いんだし太ももも毛伸びないかな。ジャワ原人みたいにニョキニョキと。急速な進化を待つよりは毛糸のパンツでも買った方が早いのではないでしょうか。
What?
いいかも。暖かいもんね、あれ。
Whoosh.
すごい寒い今の。これは本格的な寒波到来ですね。雪がもっとすごくなりそう。とにゃー。何ですか？おりちゃん暖かい。人を段ボールにしないでください。 やだ、もう今日はこのまま学校行く。歩きにくいですよ。ああ、でもメルさん、暖かいです。でしょ、お互い暖かいウィンウィンってやつだね。うわわわわわ、でも風は寒い。やっぱりスカートのところが寒いよ。オリちゃん、僕の下半身を温めて。変な言い方しないでください。ほら、行きますよ。はーい。
Standing side by side with Chocolate in the kitchen, I silently whisk away.
今日は寒いです。
It sure is. Oh, by the way. I know it can get fairly cold in here too, so feel free to warm up by the kiln if you need. Right. She dropped by again this morning, and as she often does, offered to help out of the day. Wait, hang on. I love what she does. Okay, yeah, she dropped by this morning, and as she often does, offered to help out for the day. There you go. Taking advantage of the extra set of hands she brought, I promptly divided my usual morning duties between us. Apparently, Chocolate is currently in culinary school. Because she wants to get patisserie in the future. Because of this, she already knows her way around the kitchen quite well. And unlike Meru, she doesn't randomly make half of our product disappear. It seems I'd like to wait, what? In that sense, I'd say she's the ideal assistant.
クロワさん、これちょっと多くないです？
Chocolate stops whisking and tilts the bowl in her hands towards me. That's one of our commercial mixing bowls, so it's very large compared to the household ones. Even so, it's filled to the brim with icing. She's absolutely right. Even for a pâtissier, it's too much icing for a single week. For a single day. I must have miscalculated something somewhere. Oh, I think I know what went wrong. Meru isn't here today, so I didn't factor that in.
そんなことが。
After that mix-up in the kitchen, I ended up telling Chocolate about Meru's little weakness.
メルは甘いもの大好きですからね。
I'm sweet? What? That's an understatement. She doesn't stop laughing for several minutes, evidently finding the situation incredibly amusing.
メルは不思議ですね。お店のこと真剣に考えててすごく大人っぽいのに時々すごく子供っぽいです。
I thought something similar just the other day.
優しくて温かくて包容力がすごくてでも子供みたい。私のこともいつの間にか受け入れてくれました。このお店を乗っ取りに来たと思ってたのに。
I thought that was all you're doing.
そんなわけないです。メルが優しい子だからですよ。
I can't argue with her there. It was exactly the same way with me after all. She has a childish side, that's for sure. But her tolerance for others far exceeds any adult I know. I think that's one of her most attractive qualities, in fact. Yeah. It's either that or...
大変だクロ君。タオルお願いします。
Oh. Whoa, slow down. What happened, girls?
学校は二人でくっついて歩いてたら盛大に転んじゃって雪が直撃して下着がぐちょぐちょ。風邪をひきそう。着替えてすぐに行かなきゃなのでタオルお願いします。もうだから石畳の滑りやすいところは離れましょうって言ったのに。ごめん。
Here, I brought you a towel. Head upstairs and get changed as soon as you dry off. Harry's kind-heartedness is indeed charming. But as for her childish side, well, that's simple. That's still up for debate. That's still up for debate. It's another beautiful morning. Glancing at the clock, I see that it's still only 7 a.m. Up.
おはようございます。
Likewise. Here, wash off with this.
ありがとうございます。
On the table in front of her, I placed a rather large container filled with lukewarm water. Kneeling down slightly, she splashes some of it into her face. Here's a towel. Here's a towel as well.
ありがとうございます。
She lets out a contented sigh, looking utterly refreshed.
朝から何から何まで至れり尽くせりで。
Look, I'm not on your route, Corey. I'm gonna pamper Meru. Please, I'm just trying to make things a little easier on you girls.
クロウさんはいい旦那さんになります。
Yeah? Right. Right, then. That's Corey taken care of. Now for the other one.
おはよう。
Ah, you're already awake. I brought you some water. Mary shambles out of her bedroom just as I finish refilling the washing basin.
おお、ありがとう。
She didn't actually just do that, did she?
メルさん、飲むんでなく顔です。顔を洗うの。ああ、ごめん寝ぼけた。
Okay, well... Jeez. She really isn't a morning person. Neither am I. She's just like me.
あっしゃー、今日も学校行くぞ。うおー。
Of course, once that grogginess faded, she immediately returned to her usual self.
レッツゴー。
Ah.
くっそ寒い。しかし僕は諦めない。靴の通しこれ大事。通し
Oh.
投資しそう。ミルさんなりに体温を上げているんです。気にしないでください。
Well, I'm glad to see she's full of energy again today.
そうそう、メルさん、これ使ってください。
Reaching into her pocket, she pulls something out and hands it to Meru. I can't quite see what it was. Though, because she's subtly blocking my view with her body. Hello, St. Quartz.
あ、パンツ。ケイトのパンツだね。ありがとう。
Hang on. What did you say? What did you say?
あ、パンツ。ケイトのパンツだね。ありがとう。
Deck's sleeping already. Maybe. I haven't seen them in chat, so they were probably sleeping at a reasonable time. Pantsu. Not that hiding it mattered, because Meru went and blurted it out anyway.
ごはん。ほら、あえてさっさと行きますよ。昨日みたいに遅刻寸前はもう嫌です。
You know what? Thank God I know Japanese, because she did not give Corey did not give Meru socks.
あ、パンツ。ケイトのパンツだね。ありがとう。
She gave Meru panties. She definitely did not say socks. Like, where is it? I need to go. Oh, hang on. There's still a bit more after. That's chocolate. Something, something. Actually, it might be. Where is it? God damn it. I've lost it. Fluffy hair. There, wool panties. There it is.
急速な進化を待つよりは、ケイトのパンツでも買った方が早いのではないでしょうか。
So, like, hang on. Yeah, no. See, if Corey said they were socks, you know, in air quotes, then the translation wouldn't be weird, because Corey would have said socks probably. But
パンツケイトのパンツだねありがとう
yeah, the translation, I guess they just didn't want her. They just didn't want her saying pantsu, panties.
はーい楽にしてもちょっと瞳は
What?
避けてですね
Despite me literally standing right here, Mary slips her feet through the holes and slides the socks onto her feet.
おーあったかいいいねケイトのパンツ
There it
冬は
is.
これだね
What is this? Is this how they censor it? Instead of panties, it's socks. But like, it isn't consistent. So like, you've got socks, and I mean, like the censorship team can't really get rid of the reaction. And then they've got socks. She's putting socks on her feet, and then she just calls them wool panties. Translation of R18VN always weird.
いいねケイトのパンツ冬はこれだね
There's a lot of typos, but this is different. This is like this is like, all right, we're gonna try to make an all ages version. Let's see. Let's go through and try to censor like some of the parts, because they might not fly in the all ages version, like wool panties as an example. So they replace it with socks, even though socks doesn't make sense either. But you know what, Sanji Sanji with a lollipop doesn't make sense either. But it's the fact that she calls them panties. You know, even if they aren't going to dub over the Japanese lines by replacing panties with socks in the Japanese voice acting. So they'll just replace the text. But they didn't replace it for Meru.
いいね下着を連呼するのもやめましょうでもちょっとゴワゴワする下のパンツも分厚いのに変えた方がいいかなでもそこまでやると熱くなっちゃうかもクロくんどう思う
What? Meru? Why are you talking to me about this? Sorry. You'll have to consult Corey on that one.
あっしゃー暖かいぞ今日は転ばないでくださいよ
Right. After Meru and Corey left, an almost unsettling quiet fell upon the restaurant and has persisted ever since. Don't get me wrong, I do enjoy some peace and quiet every now and again. Only in these types of VNs. Will these types of conversation happen? Yeah. Especially for a visual novel. where 99% of the time it's wholesome. Like, this is the one instance outside of a H scene but right now I can't help but feel a little lonely. If I had to pinpoint why, I think it's because Mary's presence is simply that great. That's why whenever 3 p.m. rolls around, I can feel a small flame of excitement starting to grow in my chest. I wonder if those two will be home soon. Hang on, wait. No, not... Does she say anything? What?
もうちょっと遅いです。ごめん。ただいま。
Welcome back, girls.
お客様がいらっしゃるんですから、大声出さないでください。
Mary making an explosive return as per usual. Despite Corey's concerns though, none of our diners appear particularly bothered by her boisterous entrance. Our regulars are pretty used to her bubbly personality by now. But even our first-timers tend not to be annoyed by it. She just has an infectious energy about her. If anything, everyone seems pleased to see that Folkrol's resident shining star has made her return.
Hi! 今日の夕飯はポトフです。でも失敗してなんかデロンデロンになっちゃった。なんだろうねこれ。おかゆを煮詰めすぎた海苔みたいな。温まると思って片栗粉を使ったんだけど、量は間違えたかな。
And now it's just sludge. Slurp. Oh, it tastes pretty good though.
でしょ?
The three of us sit around the kotatsu, ready to enjoy a nice dinner together. It's much warmer in here compared to the dining room or upstairs landing area. And because of how cold it's been lately, we've been opting to eat here quite often.
おこたいいな。おこただな。同感です。
Two girls snuggle up underneath the kotatsu. See now how happy they look. I can't help but smile. After we've finished dinner, they both decided to hang out in my room for a little while.
オリちゃん、今日の宿題ってどう？もう終わってますよ。メルさんが学校で遊んでて待たされてる時に。早いね。メルさんは？ちょっとある2ページだけど。じゃあ早くやった方がいいのでは？微妙。寒かった。
Sprinting out from the room, Mary returns mere moments later with a notebook and pencil in hand. It looks like she's gearing up to do her homework.
ここでやっちゃおう。 遊んでて。
Alright, good luck with it then.
チェックメイトです。
Done. I was one move away too.
ギリギリ勝てました。これで3勝1敗。
Damn, Crow sucks at chess.
クロウさん、チェス強いですね。
Nah. Do you think so? I can't really speak much from my own abilities, but you seem really skilled yourself.
4番目の姉とよくやったのです。
Oh yeah? She has 4 older sisters. Wow, sounds like a pretty big family.
15も年が離れているので、毎回ボコボコに任されて悔しかったので必死で勉強しました。
Interesting. You're a lot more competitive than you look. Also, her 4th oldest sister is 15 years older than she is. I'm starting to get really curious about her family. Yeah, that means she's 15. She's around 33.
終わった
Oh, great work, Meru.
だいぶ時間かかりましたね。難しいんだもん。さて、次の問題は。
Oh. 2?
終わったって1問しか終わってないんですか？
Incidentally, there appears to be 4 questions per page, for a total of 8. Not to be rude, Maru, but the rate you're going, you definitely aren't going to finish by tonight. We managed 4 whole games of chess in the time it took her to finish that one question. If she keeps going at this pace, she'll be at this unit tomorrow morning. This until tomorrow morning.
そんなこと言われてもわかんないんだもん。はあ、見せてください。
It's just wrong.
この問題はですね。ふむふむ。ああ、そういうことなんだ。
Corey's expression appears to appears to click with her. Wait, something's not right here. Sorry to interrupt, but Corey, aren't you?
一つ下ですよ。
She's Mary might be a bit dumb.
いいの。オリちゃんはすっごい頭いいから特別なの。まあ、自分の成績がなかなかである自負はあります。
Why are we gassing up Corey more in Mary's? Why are we gassing up Corey more in Mary's route than we did in hers?
にしてもメルさんはちょっと勉強しなさすぎですよ。冬休み終わりの実力試験大丈夫でしたか？うぐ。
Now, there's no need to rub it in Corey. Here, maybe I can help too. What question are you on now?
ね。終わりー。はあ、疲れた。
That actually went quicker than I was expecting.
誤解のないよう言っておきました。メルさんは地頭は結構いいんですよ。集中力という名の素養に 著しく欠けるだけで。
She's just like me! Except the intelligent part.
真っ白なノート見てるとさ、生クリームみたいで美味しそうだなーって集中できないんだよね。
No, no. I'm not thinking about food all the time. I'll talk about a fatal flaw. Still, when she worked alongside Corey, she seemed to focus just fine. Maybe I should encourage them to study more together more.
疲れた。
He flops onto the ground.
こ
Oh,
こまでみたいですね。
so it seems. It's very easy to tell when Mara is sleepy. The biggest tell? When she goes all quiet. Like when she woke up this morning, for example. The slightly shambled and silently shambled out of her bedroom like a zombie. Or right now, where from the moment her body hit the floor, we haven't heard a single peep out of her.
私もそろそろ寝ます。お邪魔様でした、クロウさん。ほら、メルさん。お風呂行きますよ。お風呂。
Corey practically carries the half asleep Mary out of the bedroom. Thus, another lively day at Fulcral comes to a rather uneventful end.
ニックミウドーン。ニックミウドーン。お祭りですか？土曜日だからうるさいのはいいとして、何してるんですメルさん。お昼ご飯を作るんじゃ。作るよ。今作ってるとこ。ショコラも食べてくよね。イエス。お願いしたいですが。煮込みをドーン。それは料理ですか？白いモニョモニョを叩きつけてお祭りにしか見えないです。料理だよ。さっきから言ってるでしょ。煮込みうどん作ってるの。ああ、おうどん。寒い日は煮込みうどんだよね。簡単だし温まるし、余ったお野菜の始末にもいいし。なぜお祭りを？こうやって作るとテンション上がるって、この前あったいろんなとこ旅してるってお姉さんに聞いたの。ほんと楽しいよこれ。煮込みうどん。私もやりたいです。いいよいいよ、おいで。二人して何やってるんだか。ドーンドーン。いいねショコラ、筋がいいよ。やりたいなら混ざっていいよ。結構です。
Mary, the soup's boiling now. Using the leftovers from Mary's pot au feu last night, As a base, I whipped up an impromptu soup by adding some extra seasonings and veggies.
オッケー、今作るよ。
After grinding some fresh flour and dusting it onto the counter, she plops the dough over top and starts stretching it out with a rolling pin. Following the stretched out dough, it is in on itself. She cuts it into equal size strips.
あいよ、一丁上がり。おー。
Chocolate applauds Meru's masterful handiwork, looking genuinely impressed.
メルはお料理とても上手です。できるものとできないものの差が激しいんです。こうやってバッとやってざっと作るものはすごく上手だけど、時間をかけてクツクツ作るのはどうもね。クロくん、茹でるのお願い。
Sure.
まあ、ほぼ何もできない私よりはるかにすごいんですが。ごちそうさまでした。どうみんな。美味しいです。でも美味しいです。
Looks like today's lunch is a hit.
ネオはもちろん、クロさんのポトフ改良スープも美味しいですよ。
I'm glad you liked it. Damn it, Chocolate.
猫舌だね。さて、うどんで温まったことだし、遊びに行こうか。
It's Saturday. So we have the day off today. Compared to every other day of the week, this is the one where Meru shines the brightest.
さらに今日はショコラさんまでいる。
Needless to say, the two of them have been hyper all morning.
私はやっぱりついていかないのが無難だと思います。
Don't say that. I'm sure we'll have a good time. Naturally, the more subdued Corey is having a hard time keeping up with their antics.
まあ、今日は外出の予定だったのでいいんですけど。ほら、二人とも行くよ。
Following Mary's lead, we begin our journey across town.
大きな橋ですね。
We're finally on the bridge, with someone other than, Corey.
あれ、ショコラ、ここは初めて？歩いて渡るのはいつも車から見てました。こんなに大きな川が街の真ん中を流れているのですね。
It sure does. The river flows into town from the mountains upstream, as the sole stretch of Fueya constructed by architecture. It carries winds from those mountains directly into town. In other words, the main reason Fueya gets so cold is because this river runs directly through it. Although, perhaps it would be more accurate to say that it's because Fueya was originally built here.
オリちゃんどうかした？いえ。
Glance over at Corey, who is vacantly gazing downstream.
それより早く行きましょう。おじいさま多分お待ちかねですよ。
Despite Mero's earlier proclaimment, we didn't just come out to mess around today. Part of our plan was to drop by Murasaki Clinic. We do need to visit her grandfather every once in a while, after all.
わーい、メルちゃんのお見舞いじゃ。
はいはい。
Just like always, the old man immediately starts doting and patting Mero on the head. Mero, meanwhile, seems a little annoyed by the special treatment. I always think this when I see these two, but they sure are close. I always think this when I see these two, but they sure are close. Not that I'd expect anything else from Meru. How she... with how affable she is, I'm not surprised she did get along with her family.
オリちゃんに苦労くんもご足労じゃったの。おお、かわいいな。ショコラちゃんじゃろ。話には聞いとるよ。
どうです。はじめまして。
You're the cat that's stuck on the roof every time I see you. Huh? Chocolate sounds pretty nervous. Not that I blame her. I was too when I first met him.
新しいケーキ。
今考えてるんだ。クロウくんもだいぶ作業に慣れてきたし、おじいちゃんがこれまで出したことのないやつを新しくっていいよね。
He looked straight at me, causing me to tense up instinctively. However, much to my surprise, his expressions is exceptionally warm.
構わんよ。メルちゃんが言うなら何でも並べなさい。
Right. I'm gonna sell crack, and Meru's gonna say, I can.
わしのケーキより売れる自信があるならの。
Permission comes rather easily, but it's immediately followed by a challenge.
どうかね。わしよりおいしいケーキ作れるかね。パティシエにも貪欲さは必要というもの。 50年やってきたわしも飛び越えるくらいの気概があれば、まあ一品増やすくらいは応援しようが。どうかね。
It's difficult to describe the look on his face right now. On one hand, his eyes are clearly daring me to say yes. What? But there's a sense of almost mischievous pride mixed in as well. As if to say, well, can you do it or what? Altogether, he's putting a lot of pressure. He's putting me under a lot of pressure.
クロウさん。
Perhaps sensing the tension in the air, I hear the two girls gulp behind me.
作れるよ。
As I struggled to come up with a reply, Mary responded for me, completely unfazed.
クロウくんならおじいちゃんがこれまで思いもつかなかった新しい美味しいケーキ作れるよ。許可してくれるんだよね。ありがとうおじいちゃん。
うん、まあいいんだけど。
Conversation comes to an unexpected abrupt end, thanks to Meru. Evidently, the old man's provocative words, complex undertones, and all went straight out of her, straight over her head.
よーし、頑張ろうクロウくん。新しいケーキ作っておじいちゃんを驚かせちゃおう。
I think you mean panties. What? Sure. The tension in the air dissipates in all but an instant. Just then, we hear a light knock at the door and
お客さん方、そろそろ面談時間おしまいだとさ。
おそのさん。
In pops a familiar face.
来てたんですか？
こいつの様子を確認しんね。
She pats her belly, which looks like it's gotten a little bigger since I last saw her.
で、私でさえ時間外検診で、お見舞いの時間は今日はおしまいだとさ。早めに切り上げるよう先生が言ってるよ。
ああ、そうなんだ。ごめんなさい。もう終わりだっておじいちゃん。また今度来るね。
もっとゆっくりしていきなさいメルちゃん。紫くんのことなんて無視していいから。
わがまま言ってると動脈にゴリラ用の睡眠薬ぶち込むよ。
What? I think that would kill him. Well, it looks like we'll have to leave soon.
私ももう帰るから。おっと。
As Asuna turns to leave, she suddenly loses her balance. Corey reaches out. Corey, reacting quickly, runs over to catch her before she falls.
腰に疲れが来てるね。今日は迎えを頼んだ方がいいかも。
でもうちの旦那、夕方まで帰らないんだよね。
でしたら。はあ。 ちに行っちゃいました。
It was the right choice, all things considered. Osono had her appointment with Dr. Murasaki after we left, so Corey stayed behind to escort her home afterwards.
でもまあ今日の目的は果たせたからいっか。へへへ、やったねクロウくん。クロウくんのケーキを置ける許可もらえたよ。
I sure am. Well, technically, he gave her permission to but I'll take what I can get.
どんなのになるか楽しみです。
I'm pretty excited too, though creating a brand new recipe is going to be challenging indeed. By creating my own recipe, that means I'll have to iron out the exact ingredients and measurements myself. It will be a challenging endeavor to say the least. However, it's one that I'm genuinely looking forward to. Mr. Furukura said something interesting back there about how all patisseries worth their salt need to have an ego. It's only been about a month since I took on the mantle of patissier, but perhaps I'm starting to get one myself.
クロウくんならできるよ。いきなりおじいちゃん超えは難しいかもだけど、同じくらい美味しいのは自分でも。何せ僕が選んだパティシエさんなんだから。
Thanks.
どうかしました？
いやのう、メルちゃん絶対あいつのこと好きじゃよね。
本人が言っていたわけではないですし、多分聞いても本人に自覚があるかすら微妙ですが、 99.9999% 好きですね。
Hang on, what? Yeah.
娘の結婚的な心境ですか？
わし、子供は息子が一人じゃったから。ねえねえおりちゃん、今からでも息子の養女になってわしの孫にならない？
父も母も健在ですので。
クロウ君、悪い男ではないと思うが大丈夫かのう？
今のところ理想的な男性だと思いますよ。メルさんのことも大切になさってますし、素直にお祝いしてあげる気にはなりませんか？
なりませんけど、聞き分けのない頑固じじいになってメルちゃんにうざがられるのは避けたい。
おじいさまのそういう冷静さはいいことだと思います。
ゆっくり慣れていくしかないか。その間あの若造をネチネチいたぶったりして。
お手柔らかに。あ、でも。
ん？
いえ、 ですね、ケーキ新しくメニューを増やすなら一つ推薦があります。何？実はお兄ちゃんの大好きなミルフィーユが出るたびいつか出ないかとワクワクしてたミルクレープです。
Oh. That's made by alternating layers of crepes and ice cream icing, right?
ああ、うちではやってないね。おじいちゃん基本的にビスキュイを使ったケーキが好きだから。
Okay, so the Millie crepe was made after the routes, but we're gonna make a Millie crepe in every route, right?
Yes。 とても残念。
Do you like Millie crepes, Chocolate?
一番大好きです。とは言ってもクロウさんの作るケーキどれもベリベリファンタスティックなので、フォルクロールに行く楽しさは変わりませんが。食べてみたいです。
She adds her words laced with just the right amount of sweetness. When she puts it like that, I can't help but want to oblige her. I'll admit the idea is growing on me.
いいね、美味しそう。
Alright, let's give that a first shot then.
やった。
I can't fully commit to the idea yet, since I don't even know how to make it yet. But when faced with such a radiant pair of smiles, I want to do whatever it takes to preserve them.
でもレシピはどうしよっか。形はわかるからなんとなくでもできるけど、やっぱり基本は知りたいよね。
That's true.
本か何か。ああ、でしたら私持ってきます。うちにそういう本いっぱいあります。夕方頃またお店に行きます。ショコラ。
But before Meru had even finished the sentence, Chocolat was already long gone.
別に今日じゃなくてもいいのに。
I guess she's just that excited.
わかるけどさ。オリちゃんはおそのさんのとこ行っちゃったし、せっかくのお休みなのに2人とも抜けちゃうなんて。
She pouts, puffing out her cheeks. Well, I can see why she's upset. We'd planned to spend the day with everyone, but now it's just the two of us. Hey, cheer up. Corey should be back as soon as she drops off Osono, right? Osono. She said as much at least.
ないよ。
Why not?
オリちゃん、おそのさんの家に行くと掃除したり家事手伝ったりでいっつも長くなるもん。
Now that you mention it, that does seem to happen a lot. But out of all the possible things, Corey leaves the house for. Going to Osono's might always seems to take the longest.
オリちゃん、おそのさんのこと好きだからね。
Glance over at her, intrigued by her words. She's no longer puffing her cheeks, but given the tone of her voice, she's clearly not happy.
遠い親戚なんだっけ。あんまり似てないけど昔から面倒見てくれたお姉さん。 は僕とは違いますわな。
Is she jealous of Osono?
ああ。
Well, I can't speak much for her relationship with Osono. But I know Corey cares about you a great deal.
それは分かってるよ。分かってるけど。
Despite my attempt to cheer her up, her gloomy expression remains. If I'm interpreting things correctly, Meru is jealous of Osono because, in her eyes, Osono plays the role of Corey's big sister better than she does. Of course, that role is by no means limited to a single person, but that also isn't Meru's sole concern. She's also upset that Corey has been prioritizing Osono over her, which I'll admit seems to be happening a lot lately. The thing is, it's perfectly normal for Corey to be worried about Osono right now. She's pregnant, and in the later stages too. I'm sure Meru understands all this as well, but that doesn't make it any easier for her to accept it. Hence her childish reaction. Well, we may have lost the other two, but if you're okay with just me, I'll gladly spend the rest of the day with you. I'll gladly go on a date with you. I mean...
本当?
Yep.
本当に本当?
Of course.
やったー! ね
My vision suddenly turns white.
じゃあ、まずは雪合戦ね。とりゃー!
That's fine by me, but maybe skip the surprise attack next time. That last snowball hit me right in the face. Where did she even pick it up? When did she even pick it up?
でりゃー!
Whoa! Dodge.
てにゃにゃにゃにゃ!
Huh. Oh, that one almost hit me.
工藤くん、雪合戦はそんな映画みたいに華麗に避けるんじゃなくてぶつかり合いを楽しむものだよ。
Oh, really? Sorry about that.
でりゃー!
Another snowball flies straight toward me. But rather than dodge it again, this time I let it hit me. Then I ducked down to scoop a big pile of snow.
うわー、工藤くん、手でかいから雪玉もでかい。
Yeah!
ギャー!
And then she died. I can't just let her do all the throwing, can I? This is a this is a snowball fight after all.
崩れないギリギリの力加減で握ってある。痛くはないけど範囲が広すぎて。
I've got plenty more where that came from. I hope you're ready. I unleash a barrage of snowballs toward her at lightning speed.
OK、クロくん。雪合戦はやめよう。
Snow Meru? Are you sure? We just started though. In no time at all, Meru raises the white flag.
別の遊び方を考えるからその手にした謎の接合力でまとまってる巨大な雪の塊を捨てて。
Alright, if you insist.
次に埋まった僕を掘り起こして。
Yes, ma'am.
危うくメルとは名ばかりのウメルになるところだったよ。もうクロウくん強すぎ。
Sorry. Maybe I should have held back a little. Since I'm so much bigger than her, it's hard to gauge how much strength I can put into games requiring any sort of physical exertion, especially if I want her to have fun, too.
雪合戦はやめ。他のことしよう、他のこと。
Sounds good. What do you want to do then?
雪だるまとか鎌倉は。
We need to find a good place first.
だよね。
Here in Fueya, snow is a very common sight. Because of this, even in areas with a significant pile-up of it, it's not unusual to see several people out and about as far as that goes. Wait, as far as that goes, this park is no exception. It's also public property, and snowmen and igloos can last for a while in this climate, so unless we're building one at home or on campus during a holiday, they might end up getting in people's way.
でもな、他に外で遊び。あ、スケートしよっか、スケート。
Where can we do that? Is there an ice rink around here? If not, I'm sure there's a pond nearby that's frozen over given how cold it's been lately.
違う。ここでするんだよ。それ。
Giving herself a running start, she slides along the cobblestone path we've been walking on. Sheets of ice dot the path, leveling out the road and creating a series of nice smooth surfaces for her to slide over. Taking advantage of the resulting lack of friction, she skates several feet down the road. Hey, wait, that's too dangerous. Ice is a very smooth surface, making it ideal for skating on because of its relatively constant coefficient of friction. Meanwhile, pavement tends to be uneven, which can create sudden changes to one's momentum. Fortunately, the pavement she's sliding on looks fairly smooth, so I don't think she's going to trip or anything. That being said,
ごめんなさい。
someone is standing on the other side of the path of the patch of ice, right in the path of a bunch of snow she kicked up. The woman is accompanied by several dogs.
もう気をつけてちょうだい。びっくりするから。ってあら。
犬のお姉さん。
Finally, she notices me as well.
どうも。よく会うわね。
Indeed, taking the dogs out for a walk, are we?
ええ。
多いね。
今日はみんなで一緒に散歩する日なの。
In total, she has 7 dogs. With her, the whole family indeed.
みんなかわいい。ねえねえお姉さん、この子たち撫でてもいい？みんなかわ
いいけど懐かない子もいるわよ。
しいなでなでなで。
They're really taking to her. They're really taking to her.
やるわね。
They recognize that she is also a dog. Despite Ira's warning, the dogs all take a liking to Meru immediately, even rolling over and showing their bellies. They don't look frightened at the slightest, although a few of them still seem wary by nature.
おーしゃしゃしゃしゃ。わしゃしゃしゃ。
But before long, even the more wary bunch warms up to her.
へえ。
みんなかわいいね。
まあね。
After a brief look of surprise at Mary's dog whispering skills, her expression relaxes. あ、
右からキャラメル、バナナ、ドーナツ、きなこ、スコンブ、白玉、ツイトローネンシュニッテンよ。
I remember Zitron and Schnitten.
セーブ画面です。セーブしました。
She introduces the dogs one by one, lovingly patting them as she does.
へえ。
Yeah.
ツイトローネンシュニッテン。その時もらったお菓子の名前なんだけど、そのままつけちゃったのはまずかったわ。キャラメルとドーナツはいつも元気でやんちゃなの。ほらほら、二人ともそんなに引っ張らないで。逆にきなことツイトロネンシュニッテンはちょっと臆病ね。ドーナツと一緒だといつも走らされて大変そうだわ。バナナは人懐っこくて誰にでも懐くの。スコンブは元気だけどお姉さんだからおとなしいわ。白玉はあんまり外に出たがらないわね。はいみんな挨拶して。せーの。はいよくできました。
へえ。よろしくきなこ。あ、本当にちょっとビクビクしてる。
Hello, Nugget. And Skombu seems really calm compared to the others. She kneels down and start petting the dogs as well. I kneel down and start petting the dogs as well. Even though we're essentially strangers, they don't growl or snap at us at all. They must be quite well tamed.
私慣れてもらうのに結構かかったのに、あっという間に馴染むのね、二人して。
What can I say? Never mind.
かわいいな。僕も犬飼いたいな。
あら、そっか。この町じゃ外では飼えないものね。
How are you, by the way? I'm doing alright. I'm a bit tired though. Yeah. Reading manga, and all. Going to sleep late.
うーん。あー、こやつめこやつめ。
Mary leaps into a literal dog pile giving them all aggressive cuddles. The dogs, for their part, don't seem frightened at all, frightened by her at all, welcoming her with open paws.
こんなにハマるとは思わなかったわ。
Neither was I. Is Meru a dog person, perhaps? No, she's just a dog. Mary's a dog girl.
はあ、堪能した。ありがとうお姉さん。たまにはいいね、ワンちゃんセラピー。
セラピーを受けるほど疲れて見えないのはともかく同感ね。こうしてみんなと散歩する時間が私にとっても日々の活力に。
うわっひ
聞けっつーに。
ゃーい。はぁ。
Isn't this supposed to be a therapy session? Don't tuck yourself out too much, okay? Alright.
仕方ないわよ。うちの子たちはみんな可愛いから。
I'm really sorry to keep you out here for so long. I hope you don't have somewhere to be.
ん？あ、次の仕事完全に遅刻だ。
Well,
まあいいわ。些細なことよ。
ねえねえお姉さん、いつもこの時間はここに来る？
dog girl, does she like being dominated, perhaps? Maybe.
どうして？
これからもちょくちょくこの子たちと遊びたいなーって。
ああ、そうね。土曜は基本的にみんなで散歩することが多いわ。他の日は人数時間まちまちだけど、週に一度くらいはみんなでってね。
じゃあこれからも土曜日にここに来ればお姉さんに会えるんだ。
そうね。
In the face of Mary's 100% genuine smile, it seems even the typical stoic Ira can't help but giggle. She immediately catches herself though, and her expression goes back to normal.
でもわからないかもね。いつも来るってわけではないわ。
でも今
No.
私だって暇じゃないのよ。ほら時間とか使っちゃうとあれだし。
Meanwhile, you're literally late for an appointment. That rejection felt very forced, but it nonetheless brings a disheartened look on Mary's face.
そっか、残念。はあ。
She drops her shoulders, looking utterly dejected.
まあでも来るかもしれないから、その時は遊んでもいいけど、本当に？時間があったらね。
やったー！お姉さん大好き！
She throws her arms into around Ira. Hopper! I thought she was busy. Is now really the time to be discussing telescopes?
ありがとうお姉さん。
そう。
Mary continues clinging to the flustered Ira as she showers her with gratitude and smiles, as if trying to literally smother her with kindness. Finally managing to escape, Ira puts some distance between them.
また遊ぼうねみんな。
Then, while Mary says her goodbyes to the dogs, she comes back over to me.
あの子苦手だわ。
I can see that. Not many people can, frankly. There's only one person I know who can, and that's Corey. Oh, hello, Dexter. Bad time to wake up.